Okay, so messages in dreams. I have too many stories about messages in dreams, and some of them might give you chills, but you grow to appreciate understanding that you're not alone and you're guided and you have so much support beyond where your eyes can see. So for that, I am excited, okay? And I don't get weary or weirded out when I get dreams. I just start to take note and I jot them down. And sometimes one dream doesn't make sense, and then you have another one and it puts it all together. So this is a story about a dream. I was getting consistent dreams. It's about the universe giving you nudges, simple tap on the back, like using your body to give you warning signs. So you might start off not feeling so right, and you ignore it because we're so busy. We are from an environment now of undergo, grind. So last year, January, I started to feel a little bit uneasy in the stomach, but I'm a Jamaican, so everything for me is gas. So get some ginger tea. And I've been brushing it off for maybe the first 2 weeks of January. And then it digressed to dreams. So I started having dreams, and it doesn't matter what the dream is. Before every dream ends, there's always a character in the dream that they made sure that I would take note of. So it would be like a celebrity that I would be sure, oh my gosh, this celebrity was in my dream. And they said to me in the dream, did you go to the doctor yet? So that happened to me in about 3 dreams in a week straight. And I still ignored it. I was like, that's just too weird. One of them was a nurse, one was a doctor, one was just somebody in the park in the dream. And when I looked at them, it was Keanu Reeves. I was like, Keanu Reeves. And he said to me, did you go to the doctor? I was like, I came out of the dream. I was like, why is he asking me to go to the doctor? I still ignored it. So anyway, the final dream that I had that got me to move. One night I went to sleep and I was on this beach, most beautiful beach ever. The sun it wasn't sand color. It was like a lilac, beautiful color. And the sunset was beautiful. And when I looked over, there was somebody on this beach and I could almost see through them. Their body was translucent like, so I could see them. And when I looked over them, there was an apparition of an angel. Why it happened that way, I think because they made me see a visual of wings. So I would immediately say, oh my gosh, that's an angel over a person. So when I looked at the angel over the person on the beach, I could see a rainbow of colors going through the person, and the angel was doing this with their hands over the body. And I was curious within my dream, so I decided I was going to walk over. So when I walked over to look at the person, when I looked at that face, I was looking at my own face, and that weirded me out, and I jumped out of the sleep. And when I did, it really got me alerted. It's like, okay, that was too weird. That dream, that angel. But before I came out of the dream, I remember the angel said to me, don't worry, we are working on you. And I just feel completely weird. And I came out of that dream. And when I came out of that dream that night, it was 4:44 a.m. And I was like, okay, what other messages do you got? So this dream pivoted for me to say, okay, I'm going to take it seriously. However, I still didn't take it seriously. I made an appointment to go to the doctor and I missed it on purpose. I was like, I think I was scared to go. And at the same time, I just didn't want to. And so for instance, say this was a Wednesday. On the Sunday after that, I was at home and I was baking something and I was just opening the oven door. And just by opening the oven door, not bending my knees, I had the most terrifying pain in my back, as if my back broke in two. Now, that was the universe no longer nudging me. The universe literally kicked my behind. Because when I went to the doctor with that injury, for some reason, the doctor, instead of only dealing with the back injury, which I couldn't explain to him how it happened, this doctor asked me every single question that a doctor would ask me to get all the tests that I needed to do, which was not something you would ask for a back injury. All the tests I need to do, mammograms. I had to go to the gynecologist. I had to do blood tests. I had to do all these things. And when that happened and I realized, I smiled to myself and I said, okay, I was set up and I have to do this. Long story short, after all the tests came back, I found out a couple weeks afterwards that I was at stage 1 cancer, cervical cancer. And that's where I met God, in a sense, because I met God in this doctor that I went to, that for some reason he didn't know why he was asking me all the right questions. And in a sense, I met God in the doctors that I went to that had this diagnosis. And it was so weird the way it happened, because she was trying to schedule me to do this surgery. She was nervous. She came in. She was trying to get me to do the surgery exactly 1 month after that date. And then she just paused for a second and she said, Miss Burrell, wait a minute. I'm going to call the surgeon. And she left for about 15 minutes. And then when she came back in the office, she said, you know what? I spoke to the surgeon. He looked over whatever your results are, and they want you to do the surgery tomorrow. Tomorrow. And then I kind of got a little bit agitated. I was like, okay, what are you not telling me? Why do you want me to do it tomorrow? I haven't had time to process this yet. And now, fast forward to now, I think about it, it had to happen this way, because if it didn't happen this way, then I would have started to talk about it. I would have called my family. I would have second guessed it. I would have probably chickened out. And the way she explained it to me, she said, you know what? When we're dealing with a disease like this, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 6 months, 1 year makes a big difference. It can spread within a day, a week, 6 weeks, and we're not going to take the chance with this, just in case it's aggressive. We are doing this surgery tomorrow, which means I had less than 1 hour to get to the hospital to get prepped for surgery for the other day. I had no time to think. I had no time to Google or look on YouTube what this procedure was. How do you do it? What's going to happen? I had no time to panic. I just trusted. And this is one of those stories, one of many stories that I've had where I didn't listen to the subtle nudges that I got from the universe to say, or from my body to say, okay, something's going wrong. You need to check it out. I kind of waited until they kicked my behind, my booty, in a sense. But you know what? Thank God. Thank universe. I'm thankful to everybody that I met. And this is why, the main reason why I wrote the book that I wrote now, because everything that have happened to me since I've been having these amazing experiences, this book, this is why I wrote it, because I realized that I've met God in so many places, with so many people, strangers I never met, with situations, with occurrences. I've met God in so many situations. And if people could understand that, could just mirror their lives to that, it would make life so much easier instead of trying to struggle or strain through life. And I've got countless stories about dreams. I will share them, because now might as well. Who cares? I've got nothing to lose. Why? Because death didn't claim me. Because there's so many other stories where death tried to claim me and it didn't win. So while I'm here, I want to uplift somebody. If you dare think that you want to give up, don't. Because worse things have happened to you that you should have checked out and you didn't. And if you're still here, it's for a magnificent, magical reason. Just stick it through, okay? Because you're not alone either. And chances are, you just met God in somebody, in a situation, in the sun touching your skin, reminding you, hey, don't give up on me. Okay? So this is probably Dream 1, Messages in Dreams, and I'll share some more. And I'm just sharing them just to uplift people, just for you to feel more confident and love you. God flows through you, you know. It's not out there in the atmosphere not touching you. It's right here, through your breath. Think positive. And the next time you have a dream, please sleep with a note, pad, and a pen or a pencil. Just take notes of it, no matter how ridiculous it seems. There's a message in there for you or for somebody you love.